I'm getting ready to glue up the cork grips to the blank, and we'll be using the two-part ProPaste. You mix this 1-to-1 ratio, and you just mix it up and then smear up the blank a little bit, put your cork over it, and go from there. So what we'll start with is we're going to get a couple of popsicle sticks. Had a dilemma a little bit ago. I couldn't find my bag of popsicle sticks. They, for whatever reason, they weren't here. They ended up, I was working on the boat and I was using them to mix up epoxy for doing some boat repairs, and they were in the garage. So I had to go out to the garage and get them. Okay. Brand new containers. I had some others that were pretty old, so these should be pretty good. We'll just do that one. Shouldn't take a lot to do this little bit of cork, because we'll do the two pieces and then back we want equal parts. That should be pretty close. ProPaste down. Keep those two pieces separate. And then we're just going to take these and merge these two together. Just using a piece of cardboard that I cut from cereal box. You just mix this up until you get a good consistency that you're comfortable with. It's not rocket science. For the grips, the mixture is not as critical as doing the epoxy. When you're doing the epoxy, if you don't get the mixing exactly right, you're going to have issues with the hardening, get bubbles, or it won't harden, or, I mean, there's different issues that you're going to run into. So we've got it mixed up a little bit here. And what we're going to do is put some on the blank. And the other side of this is we really need that's why I have the rubbing alcohol to clean things up when I screw up. That needs to come up farther. But we're not going to have any glue up here in the front. I was thinking I need to go farther. Okay. So now we put the cork on by spinning it. Until I get it right to the end. And then for the end, we'll put the cap on. A lot of extra ProPaste. Now it's all over my fingers. Because you don't want the end cap to come off, so it'll be good. Okay, we are going to if I don't get it off my fingers, it'll be on the cork, and that's a lot more difficult to get off. So now we've got so if you wipe it as soon as you get it, you won't have a mess later. Should be good for that. So now I want to put my trim ring right up against that. So to do that, we need to get some more of the ProPaste all the way around the trim ring. Of course, it's going to be messy. And then we'll take, it's not a trim ring, it's a so that's there. Wipe off my excess. Which I have quite a bit of at this point. Winding check actually. So now we've got the butt is glued up, and I can see we're gonna have some issues. It's still on my fingers. As long as it's off the blank, we're good. Cork can be touched up with sandpaper a little later, but you can't touch up the blank. Okay. So now, the slide, well, that will go down. And what we're doing is 4.5 inches. So I'm going to go past that a little bit. Where's my marker? So this is the area that I need to get the ProPaste on. And again, I put a white line on. This is about 4.5 inches. So we turn these as we go, which moves that ProPaste right along. See my white line? The whole rod was turning. Okay. So there we go. I can take off this extra ProPaste. I am not the cleanest person when I do this, but now that I've got it, the ProPaste there, I can put my winding check right into this ProPaste. And then we can clean this whole mess up. I'm going to get another paper towel. That one's getting messy. Usually I put the lids back on, but should be good there. Now I need to bring this winding check in, and we will glue that in place. Now is the time to get the extra off, because otherwise you're messing with this quite a bit later. Started doing this winding check up against the real seat because I just didn't like the way that taper worked. So I make these winding checks on my 3D printer. So now we'll make sure we got this off. And it's still not very clean. It's still got ProPaste coming off. Now it's getting better. Okay. So need to let this set up a little bit. And we'll come back with the real seat. This will be, I'll tape this, and we'll go on to the next step.